Well, hello, Patricia here. Sorry it's shaking a little bit. Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, but more specifically in Alaska. And today we are going to work with the, let me pull it out, All Zipped Up stamp set. This has just released. I believe it was March 4th. So a few days ago. But it is the coolest stamp set. I absolutely love it. So there are several pieces. I've got several of them ready to cut out. So I'll show you those here in just a second. And then we've got some stamps as well, which are happy birthday, congratulations, zipping by to say hello, hoping your day is the best ever. And I thought there was something else, but I guess not. So what we're going to do is create this. Isn't that just so cute? I love it, love it, love it. Now, I made some mistakes on here, but you know what? I'm the only one that's probably even going to notice them, so I'm not going to worry about it. It's a handmade card. So we want to use our stamps. We want to make cards. We want to mail them out, even if we make mistakes. I'm going to come up just a little bit because I am going to cut a few things out here. And to do that, let me get rid of some things off of my desktop. I am going to pull in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I think I'll go up even further. There we go. I've got some things already laid out, and I'm about ready to cut them out. These are the dies that come in this set. I'll show you all of them again here in just a minute. And what I'm going to do, I've got them laid out. The zipper pull, the pockets, the they're not seams, but the edge of the zipper. So let's cut these real quick. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of space here. I'm at school. There we go. You heard it click there, which means it went off the edge of that. So I'm going to pull this out and I'll show you. So the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, this is the larger or the standard size, and the wings fold in, and then I store them on top of these plates. And the plates are, let's see, we've got them all cattywampus. I've got 3 and 3. So I'll show you those in just a minute. And I call this my, okay, this is another 3. There's, how do you turn this over? There we go. This is the other 3. This is my cut plate and my do not cut plate. This goes on top with the cutting portion down. So it's cutting into this plate. Eventually, this plate will no longer do its job, or it'll get too warped, or these are really not very warped. I am pretty good about constantly turning them. That's why you saw me just now have to move these 2 so that the 3s were up. Little piece of something cut off there. And then these 3 and 3 go on top of 2, and that goes on top of your base plate, which is 1. And if you look on here, your instructions are there on 1. So this is die cutting edge down, and it shows you I've got plate 1, plate 2, and 2 plate 3s, your paper, and your die. Then this is, if you're using an embossing folder, you want to put the hinge first through the rollers, or if you're doing a 3D, you use plate 4. All of these plates, including plate 4, come in the, or come with the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machines. I'm going to move this down just a little bit since I've got my little one here. This is the mini, and on this one I have 2 plate 2s, a plate 1. I do have a 3 and a 4. Those are for embossing folders, and one of them is, the other one is for the 3D embossing folders. So For this, I put down my wings. Then I put 1 and 2 in there. And then I take I take my paper. This is silver paper. It's got the silver color, so it looks like a zipper. You know, there's other colors of zippers, but I kind of like the zipper, traditional zipper color, if you will. So I'm going to put that in with the cutting side down and on my paper and put the top plate on, and then I'm going to roll it through. And again, it will cut that. Now, I would be cutting the other end of the zipper here, except that, and so what I mean by that, let me show you this. Hold on. Put those aside for the moment. Is this zipper, this cut right here, only goes this far on my paper. And as you can see, I've got another 1.5 inches or so. So what you've got is this die, and I have already cut it out when I made this one. So I've got an extra little piece to add at the base of this to go all the way to the bottom of my card. So I'm not going to cut another one of these. There's no sense in it. I've already got it, so I'm good to go. All right, let me put all of these back on here so that you can see what all of the dies are. Let's see, I've got these. If you saw my intro video on this stamp set, stamp and die bundle is what I should say, you saw that I didn't know quite what to do with these. And then I saw people had created, now I'll tell you this, I am not at home, so I do not have my magnets, which I normally put behind these. So I am just putting them right back on the cards, the card that came with the little piece of tape that's on there, double-sided tape, so it holds them in. So I'm just putting them in there for right now. Then I've got my little zipper pull. Oops, I need my, here it is. This is your take your pick tool, and I'm just gonna pop that out of there. And this is the little zipper pull, so I'm going to put it back in. And so you can see everything that comes in the die. There's the stars and hearts and flowers and 2 zipper pulls, another heart, and then 2 pieces of zipper. So you can do as much or as little of the zipper as you need. All right, so I now have all my little bits and bobs, and we are going to look at what we need to do to use them. Okay, so let's do that. I am going to take my scissors, here they are. I'm going to take my scissors and cut these out. And as I said, they do not cut, well, I said it in the intro video that I did about all the online exclusives. I gave you a little bit of info, and I was like, I don't know why these cut like that, but now I do, so I'll show you. Okay, so here's something I want you to notice. Be careful you use the correct ones of these. Those I'll just throw away. So I've got my 2 little things here, my pockets, my zipper pull, my zipper pieces, and there we go. And I also happen to have a little piece that I can use for a sentiment. If I choose, I may not. And I've got my color. Notice that I'm using Melon Mambo here. On this one, I used, here it is, Bermuda Bay. And so this, and then I just put it on a base, a yellow base. What is this color? I can't remember. I'll leave the comment down below. Oh my goodness, I do know it. But anyway, Daffodil Delight, there we go. So Daffodil Delight base, and then I put white for the sweater, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take our sweater and we're going to get ready for it. Let me go ahead and cut this out. I do need to cut the top of that off as straight as I can. Okay, and the top. This is just going to fall out once I get this cut off, the center part there. So there we go on that, and that I can, I might be able to get something silver out of that. I might do a silver pull. So then I'm just going to cut straight down where I can see the edge of the zipper. Okay. Now, what I could have done is place this piece right there and cut it out all as one piece. But I didn't. I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to piece them together because I will probably do what I did on this one and put my sentiment across there. Yes, I know that part of the sentiment is hidden by the zipper pull, but it's just sitting up. So I'm really not all that worried about it. Okay, so get rid of some of these extra pieces. I did not cut this yet. Whoops, I didn't cut that either. It's just hanging on by a thread. Ha ha ha. All right. So pull that. There we go. Now, what I want to do is get all of this ready to go together. Now, what I could even do here is put those two pieces together on my trimmer and cut them off so that they match exactly. But honestly, just cover it up with something, a sentiment or whatever you want to do. My pockets, whoops, the pockets do need to go on the correct side. My pockets are going to go there. My zipper pull could go there to pretty much cover that up as well. Or I can put it up a little bit higher so that it's not in the way. These are the fabric that goes on the edge. So I do want to put those together. So let's do that. So I am going to put some liquid glue on here. Now you can put it on either the fabric or, you know what I mean by fabric, that's what it would be, or the zipper, whatever floats your boater. Okay. And slip it on there, and it's got the perfect size, and that goes on so nicely. And you can also put your liquid glue on the zipper. Like I said, it does not matter. Whoops, I do have a little bit of glue on my finger, it feels like. Okay. All right. Of course, it's not going to go on if you don't put it in the correct direction, so be sure you do that. Okay, get that on there. Not glue the fingers, please. All right, there we go. Our zipper is ready. Now, I will tell you this. If you want to make a neckline, for example, I'm going to put this on here, and I made a neckline on this one, and then I put a little piece behind that. You could make a V neckline. You could make a, where is my punch? I know I have it here because I just used it. Here it is. Okay, so what I did is I went on my card front, and I want it something like right there. I will put this under there in a few minutes, but right here I want to make sure that I have, let me find my pencil. I'm going to pull it down now just a smidgen bit. Oops, I got a little bit of glue on there, so I want to pull that down just a little bit, and I want to mark where I do not want the sweater. Okay, so what I mean by that is I've got these dots all over here, and we're going to do that in just a minute. I don't want the dots above, and then somewhere right in there. I'm just going to mark it very, very lightly. So I'm not even sure if you can see that, but I've got a mark here, here, and there. And I'm going to put that in my hole punch. This is a 2-inch, and I want to put it so that I can see the bottom, see the paper. And I'm going to put it in here so that I can see those marks, or close to it. There we go. And where did this mark go? Okay, right there and there. I want to have about the same amount on either side. Punch that out, and now I have a neckline. So I decided that because I was doing this, now you notice on this one, I just put another piece of paper behind it, another white. But I decided maybe it should have a little bit of flesh tone behind it. So, where's my, there we go. Let me get things out of there. So I decided to use a card base that would make that look a little bit like it's a flesh tone. All right, so we're ready to go for that. Now, what I want to do is stamp my sweater. So I'm going to pull this out, and this stamp is the one that I chose. And I am just, oh, another thing, I do not want, where is my, okay, I know you guys, there it is. I do not want to have the sweater fabric in here. So I'm going to put this somewhat like that, and I'm going to give myself a little bitty mark down here and a little bitty mark down here and a little bitty mark right there and a little bitty mark, so that I can see I do not want my shirt, my white shirt underneath, to have my little dots on my sweater. And I'm just going to try and put dots. Don't you see all those lovely dots on my lovely sweater? There we go. Okay. And then once I get down here, I can be a little bit freer and just put my dots. And again, I know I've mentioned it many times, but I love stamping on this glass mat because I can just clean it up so easily after I'm done. And it doesn't matter if it gets on the back, which you can see it's doing, because that is going to go against my other paper. I'll think of it here in just a second. Okay, I want to keep my dots again out of that V. And I might need to put a, let me put a, this is fine, something here to keep my dots from, there we go. There and there. Okay, looks good. Let's see. Put our, where's our zip now? It was here a second ago because I just had it. I just used, oh, here it is. There we go. Oh, yes. How cute is that? Love it. Okay, so now I am going to put my pockets on there. And what I'm going to do with the pockets, realize that, let's go ahead and put our zipper in there as well. Let's go ahead and put this on the bottom. So I'm going to put some glue here. Let me move this so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to put some glue on here. And woohoo, I also kind of want to know how far down I need to go. So about right there, with my glue. You see how I've got it up at the top and then right here. Okay, and then I will put my zipper in there. There we go. That works. As long as I've got it there. And I am going to glue it on so that, again, I want to have that line right there. So I need to go this far. I realize it's a little crooked right now, but hopefully we'll get it good when we actually put it on there. Okay, so I'm putting my liquid glue again, as I said. Okay, turn this over. Put it where it needs to go. Let me put it straight so that I can see it. Okay, let's go down. Ah! Do not want glue on the rest of the card. I may have to get my, there we go. Perfect. Now what I may end up having to do is get out my glue eraser, which I do not have right here because I did get a smidgen bit. You can see it with me moving my fingers around. All right, so now I'm going to put these pockets on. And they will be pockets, or they are supposed to look like pockets, and I want them right there. But what I want to do is, in case I were to decide to put something in those little pockets, as if they were really pockets, I just want to have glue on the outside edges. So, something like that. So now I've got a little pocket if I were to decide to put something in that. And I'm not putting it at the top here. I'm just putting it on what would be the inside edge and the bottom. So that if, ooh, almost got a little too much glue there. If I want to put something in there, who knows, I might put a little note, an extra note on my card. Get those lined up and in the same position relative to my zipper. Almost. There we go. Okay, looks good. I do have glue on me. So when I do that, what's nice is to have my hand sanitizer right here, and it just takes that glue right off of your fingers. So I like to have some that is close by. All right, I'm going to close this so I don't get ink on anything. And then I need to clean this up as well. If I can. Can you believe I've not pulled out my my stamp cleaner yet? And of course, I don't. Oh, it's right here beside me. Oh my word. Patricia, I tell you what. Okay, so here is my stamp cleaner. Oh, don't you love that squeaky sound? Okay, there we go. So now I have this, and I'm going to cut off the end. So just line it up on my, could turn it over, might be a better option. There we go. Perfecto. And we will put this on there. Let me glue it on. And see, it's got stamps, ink, from when we were stamping the front, but it's no big deal. Nobody will see it. Okay. Put that on there. I do rather like this crumb cake that you can see as my background, because it does look a little skinish, which is kind of nice. Now, if I had, and I do not know why I let myself send home all of my embellishments, but if I had them, I would take, I almost could use these. Oh my goodness, this is really clever. These are the, what are these called? Pebbles enamel shapes. These could be a little necklace, but they're a little too big. Anyway, something like that to put a little necklace on there. I've done that before when we had a t-shirt. Now, let's put our, whoops, oh, please don't tell me I've already, nope, there it is. My zipper pull, because I need to make it look like a real zipper. And you see how it's got just a little bit? I can bend that and put that right on there. So I'll do that in just a minute. But I think what we're going to say is happy birthday. I just need a happy birthday card. So, whoops, I already took it out somewhere. Here it is. But I need to clean it because I had used it for something else and didn't clean it. My bad girl. All right, let's pull it off of there. I had put it on that block just to hold it because I was cleaning up whatever I was cleaning up. Now, this is some of, I don't know if you noticed it on this one. I said zipping by to say hello, and I put some of the dots from the sweater on there. I could. Not sure that it's the best idea. It wasn't a bad idea, and I could have used it without it, but try it if you want. And we are going to, I'm not going to put them on this time, but I am going to try to lean over this without getting in the way of the camera. It is a little crooked, so we're going to go to this end. All right. So, whoops, let me do it this way. Hello. Oh, it looks even that way. Let's try it again. Okay, that works, and I can just cut off the bottom. Let me clean up this before I get it on anything. Squeak, squeak. I love that. Okay, so close this up. Oh, I'm not ready to close that up. I want to say zipping by to say happy birthday. So on this, I am going to stamp just the zipping by to say, and I will put this on here. There we go. And find another piece and get it in my ink. Be sure to take this part off. Okay, you can, you probably shouldn't save it. That ink would, zipping by to say. And ta-da! There we go. And of course, clean this, which I had not done. Bad girl. All right, so we decided to go with this one. I'm just going to snip it, and then I'm going to give it a teeny little bit of a tail there. There and there. Okay. And this end, I think we will do that. I like that, except that I think, no, shoot. Oh, well, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to put it on here like this. And go a little bit closer on that side. And then I think we will glue it on. We will. All right, so we're going to use just a smidgen bit of liquid glue on there. Come on. Whoa. That's a little much. It's coming out fast, so I'm going to put it on the back of this at the top. There we go, just a little bit. There. Perfect. Okay. Okay. And then I can adjust it so that, perfect. All right, and then I think I will set it up on dimensionals. So be sure to use all of your dimensional sheets. There's no sense in throwing any of this away. Use the edges. You might as well. And nobody will see it, so it's not going to matter. Okay, pull that all out, and that is garbage. If I can get it off my fingers. There we go. Zipping by to say happy birthday, and I'm going to put that little tiny bit of glue on the zipper pull, and I think we will put the zipper pull down here. There we go, and it's still lifted up. Get rid of all of our messy messes so that we can see our card. There we go. Is that not the cutest thing? Zipping by to say happy birthday. We will put another blank card on the inside, but before we do that, we want to say, hoping your day is the best ever on the inside, after we said happy birthday on the front. And so let's grab this, and what did you think? There it is. Hoping your day, you know what, I think I'll put it down here. There we go. Hoping your day is the best ever. And we need a couple more dots. There we are. Perfect. I love it. What a beautiful card. And not all that terribly difficult. Let's glue it in. It looks like I'm putting a lot of glue on here, but truthfully, I am not. There's not that much glue on it. There we go. Oh, it's so pretty. I wish, like I said, that I had the pearl dots that could go on there to make a pearl necklace, but how utterly adorable. I just love it. I may very well have to slip something in there. Not quite sure what it would be. I could possibly do like this heart and cut it out. That would be very cute. So I might do that. All right, there we go. We have another card. We actually have two because I did this one before. Let me move everything. Don't forget, there's all kinds of punches and maybe even dies that you can use to create either a scoop neck or a V-neck or a, whatever it is you want to do, and make it so pretty. I wonder if I should put, no. Going too far there, Patricia. All right, there we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I would so love it if you would share this video, if you would like the video down below, if you have not already done so, subscribe, and most of all, just enjoy it. Create one. If you do, I would love it if you would share it on our Facebook page. Actually, there's Stampin' with Patricia, uppercase, no spaces. So both of those, stampinwithpatricia.com and then stampinwithpatricia.stampinup.net. If you want to purchase any of these supplies. Thank you, thank you. Have a good one, and I will see you next time. Oh, by the way, if you are enjoying spring break this week, give me a comment down below and let me know. Yesterday was the last day of school until next, not tomorrow, or not day after tomorrow, Monday, but the following, you know what I mean, the 24th on Monday, of March. Anyway, thank you guys. Have a good one.